Hello, happy Thursday. If you're listening to this the day that it airs, we are going to dig into a juicy journaling session together. And this is especially important for the mom who feels like she's trying her hardest to provide for her kids and be really great in her career. She's the woman who, is going to work and doing all the things, putting out all the fires, trying to improve everything and improve the team culture, improve the communication, make sure everyone feels understood, the emotional aspect of everything, the strategic and tangible things. And then she feels so stressed out, probably burnt out, maybe by the end of the day. She comes home and she puts on her mom hat and she's like, okay, I'm stressed, but I have to summon some sort of energy to make my kids dinner, to maybe play with them, to be there for them. But you get home and your kids pick up on your energy and they are acting out. They don't want to play with you, or they're grumpy, or gosh, I just picked up my son the other day and every little thing made him cry. He was so emotional and meltdowny about everything. So this journaling session is going to help you for when you feel like your kids are acting out the most, when you're trying your hardest. Like you feel like, I'm doing all the things. Why are my kids not satisfied with all that I'm doing for them? Before we dig in, these journaling prompts will be in the show notes. So if you miss anything or want to do these later, subscribe so that you can come back to the show notes and you can look at those journaling prompts. Also, I am hosting a strategic journaling workshop locally. I'm partnering with Meraki Beauty, and we are hosting a workshop called Permission Slips for the Ambitious Mom. We are helping moms go from people pleasing, overworking, exhausted, to giving herself permission to live out her best life. And part of it is identifying, what does that best life look like for you? Because as moms, sometimes we lose ourselves, or we simply forget what even lights us up because we're on autopilot. We forget the things that bring us joy. So if you're local to me near Batavia, New York, this workshop is going to be Sunday, September 21st from 10 to 11:30, and mimosas will be served. So come for the mimosas. For all of the details, I will share a link in the show notes so that you can get the nitty gritty and also get your ticket, because we are capping it at only 12 women. Okay, let's circle back to these journaling prompts for today. Prompt number 1, think about your most stressful parenting moment recently. What were you trying to make happen, or maybe what were you trying to prevent having happened? And what were you working so hard to control or to fix? Prompt number 2. When your kids don't respond the way that you had hoped for after you've been trying so hard and doing all of the things and trying to be this patient, present, fun mom, what fear comes up for you? What does their resistance or their meltdowns make you worried as a mom? Or what are you making it mean? Prompt 3. Where else in your life do you find that the harder you try to be good enough, the more things seem to fall apart or people seem to pull away from you? Think about work, relationships, friendships, even with your partner. And you can also kind of think about, how is it that you try harder? I know that for me, I try harder by sticking even closer to a schedule or routine, but that almost always backfires, especially with a 4-year-old. And our final prompt: what if your kids aren't acting out because you're failing them? What if they're responding to the pressure that they feel from you trying so hard to be perfect? What if they're picking up on all of that energy? They can sense your anxiety about being good enough, and it's making them feel like they have to be perfect too. What comes up for you when I say this? Amazing job. I'm hoping that you are starting to realize that your perfectionist tendencies, or maybe restless and hyperachiever, doing all the things and just trying harder energy, is actually what could be creating the chaos in your life and even inside your kids that you're trying to control and get rid of. And then you're trying harder to get rid of it, but it's just amping up more and more in your kids. What you might be teaching your family is that love comes with conditions and performance pressure, which of course is not what you want to teach your kids. I know that, and it might be hard to realize that, but just think about swapping it. What if you realize that you being less stressed, you trying less hard, you delegating or letting yourself drop the ball created more space and freedom for you to just be, and therefore for your kids to just be themselves? You might be creating this household where everyone feels pressure to perform for love and approval. It's the same pressure that you put on yourself. Your kids' difficult behavior is actually them rejecting this conditional love energy that you unknowingly, you don't mean this, but it could be projecting. So your kids sense this and they don't want to be a part of it, is coming off as being difficult. Your kids don't need you to try harder. They need you to believe that you are already enough as is, without any more planned activities or any more expectations, so that they can believe they are too. And I promise that your household will run smoother because you will feel like you are running smoother internally, and your schedules will likely, you'll get out the door faster and they will be more receptive to your feedback and to helping out. If this hit home for you, then we've got a lot more work to do and I've got a lot more resources. You can download the free Calm Mind Blueprint Challenge and get that started in the show notes. And again, we've got that September 21st local workshop for ambitious moms ready to skyrocket their self-worth and break free from all of these things that are holding them back: the people pleasing, the addiction to productivity, and so much more. Links for registering for that will also be in the show notes. And again, if you want to circle back to these journaling prompts, they are also in the show notes. So that is your home base for everything. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week.